Lux Anguis here. So, if you're interested in permanently, internally reducing your own procrastination in life, then this video is for you. So, in essence, what I mean by permanently ending your own inner procrastination is that sometimes you may hold certain mentalities, certain beliefs, just certain maybe even lack of maturity and awareness that you still may hold that reflects in the outside life, things that blocks your own path and just your own forthcoming in life is mostly due to something internally. I came to realize that a very long time ago on my own journey on this magical self-mastery, and on my spiritual self-mastery is like 9 times out of 10, if not more, if not completely, these things originate within your own self first. And the moments I achieved my internal change, the moments I achieved my internal transformation were the moments outside of myself things changed, my life circumstances changed. And mostly, if not all the time, actually to the better. And also I came to the realization that things first starts within your own self, and that's to realize that unwittingly pushes you to a position to realize you are not the victim, you are not weak, you have responsibility, you have power and autonomy to bear and to realize within your own self. You have power within your own self to direct and mold it to whatever your own inner true will and your own personal will dictates so. And your own divine authority dictates so and intends so. As a magician, as someone who practices rituals, meditations, and just a magic and spiritual lifestyle, you must realize that. And you must embody that to a very, very deep degree. And besides that, I would also say you must realize if you are not figuring out at some point in your own life physical immortality, you are gonna to die. This version of yourself that exists right now at some point will have to pass on and move on this physical reality. And for some individuals it may be a relief, for some it may be a horror story, for some it will be like whatever. But you gotta realize for real, many people live in this illusion because of society, because of programming, because of maybe even lack of maturity and experiences, that life is fickle. Life can be very fickle. It can be very short. It can be very risky in some sense. You don't know or when or where the day comes where you may be not waking up anymore, or something happens to you, something happens to another person in your life, and you had so many things you wanted to achieve, you wanted to realize, you wanted to transform within yourself and outside of your own life. And now if you finally would realize that actuality, memento mori, remember death, and you actually keep that in mind, that's the harsh reality you are in, you will most certainly look at your own life and at your time and its management a whole different light. and you would start asking yourself most high likely chance the better questions, or better questions to basically enlighten yourself, like actually what I want to leave behind when my physical vessel has to move on. What are some things that's burning in my heart that I want to actually achieve and do? And now, what are certain things that I feel from my own inner higher self that I am here and meant to do? And not just from that, also from my own actual will and my own actual desires. If you focus on that you've just a certain limited amount of time. Unfortunately, not all of us are privileged to attain at some point physical immortality, though it's not impossible though. Like, I will keep it also in a room that we may discover at some point. If not, I'm somewhere like in this millennia that we will achieve in some way physical immortality. Like, this possibility is here for real though. But remember, your time is very precious and limited, and the more you realize it, the more you actually consciously you know explore and make yourself conscious about your own mortality. It's an interesting paradox. The more you actually start living, at least that is my own experience, and I hope you will experience it too. So yeah, that was my talk. Other than that, NAGA consecrate, and we shall see hear us again. And by the way, if you're interested in magic and practices and no such, check out my Patreon link. It's in my description. And other than that, we see hear us again.